What is the barrier between one and achieving success? Success is achieved through good habits. For those who are seeking a job, it could be having a good resume and being accountable. For those who are seeking a promotion, it could be finding consistent ways to stand out to their boss. For athletes, it could be having good conditioning and always arriving to practice. As a student, academic success is the success I tend to achieve, and I achieve it through good study habits. Good study habits such as taking notes, watching videos, and practice help me achieve success in math contests, the SSATs, and the AP exams. My first math contest dated all the way back to the 4th grade. I remember seeing my friends' jaws drop as I told them I was going to miss 2 days of school as I was going to San Francisco. But how did I get that opportunity? Well, practice. My mom told me 1 month in advance that I was going to participate in the I-Level Critical Thinking Challenge. I was like, what's this? I was so confused, and it was a critical thinking competition. That was a new domain to me. I was always strong at arithmetic, but I didn't really have any practice on that field of math. So what I do, well, I got with my mom, and we just sat down almost like once every other day to practice critical thinking questions. It definitely got frustrating at times, but we had to sort out our differences, and I couldn't have done it without her. They say that practice makes perfect, but in this situation, practice didn't really make perfect, but at least I was able to clinch the 4th spot, which meant that I was going to San Francisco. Practice also helped me achieve success in other math contests, such as ones from Waterloo and the Cayley, for example, one that you've heard from previous speakers. And not only did practice help me achieve success in math contests, but in other fields. I remember taking the SSATs all the way back in the 7th grade. With the help of my mother and once again tons of practice, I was able to achieve what I would consider success in it. Well, at first, I was told by my mother to prepare a year in advance for this so-called SSAT test. I was like at first, well, why do I even have to prepare for this? It's probably just another test. I'm one of the top students in my class at the time. This must be easy, right? Well, that didn't necessarily work out for me. First practice test, boom, a pathetic 1600. The maximum score was 2130, and I was nowhere near that. So what I do, I had to once again get down and practice. I knew that with my pathetic 1600, I was not getting into any school, and I definitely had to raise that score up. So every night I had to practice different things. I was already strong at math, so I didn't really focus on that. But I had to focus on my weaknesses, which at the time were reading comprehension and vocabulary. Well, in order to practice for these, I would read more and I would ask myself questions about what I would read to gain a better knowledge of reading comprehension, and just practice new words and find ways to memorize them for vocabulary. I would see my test scores go up, going at a consistent 1700 in the first month of practice, and with more quizzing, with the help of my mother once again, I was able to get around 1950 before the start of the actual exam. At the actual exam, I got a score of over 2,000, which just above 2,000, which was definitely not perfect, but it was definitely way higher than my original 1600. Although the test score was not what I was mainly looking for, but I would not give anything away for this journey of practice, overcoming difficulties, and work habits that I gained through this preparation journey. This year, I took 3 AP exams, microeconomics and computer science. For the first 6 months of preparation, I was lazy, unmotivated, and had no intention of putting in any hard work. I went to a class for each of these subjects about once a week, and I had no intention of focusing in those classes other than taking a bit of notes. Most of the time, I was just on my phone, either on TikTok or playing some sort of mobile game, Brawl Stars, for example, and I didn't really feel motivated to do anything. And these 6 months flew past, and it was spring break. Suddenly, I was like, oh no, exams are in 3 months. What am I gonna do? My mom's gonna kill me if I don't do well. She spent all that money on those classes. So I know I didn't really like those classes, so I had to find other ways to be successful in this field. So what I watched YouTube. This was actually really beneficial to my learning, as I found someone on YouTube called Jacob Clifford who taught economics. And the more I watched his videos, the more I started to understand what I learned from what I took notes from in those classes, and I could actually put it into use. And I even ended up buying his ultimate review packets for like all full access to all his videos and exercises, not sponsored by the way, and it helped me gain confidence before I walked into those AP examinations. Although the scores of the AP exams have not come out yet, I'm really hoping that I did well and I didn't really spend all that time and effort and not waste my mom's money on those not so useful classes. Through AP exams, the SSATs, and math contests, I gain academic success through these good study habits such as taking notes, watching videos, and practice. Although I only talked about academic success, these good habits can be applied to anything that you want to gain success in life. So now I would like to ask you guys, how are you going to change your habits? Thank you.